provoked me. Is he provoked me? This idiot with cap. Who they wear cap? Keep
This is Big Brother.
Genge.
Ilebaye. Please report to the diary room.
So today is CeeC versus Ilebaye. Doyin versus Ilebaye. The house against Ilebaye. Then we have the strike caucus that consists of Bere, Kidwire, and Ike, who are happy. And at the end of the whole thing, Ike said underneath his breath to Kidwire, "Why are you worried? Our plan worked." So there's that. And there's the tampon case that has happened today. So it's a lot. But let me just start. Earlier today, somebody left their tampon in the sink. And Venita was annoyed about it, went and screamed at it, like shouted the whole house that hey, somebody left the tampon, blah, blah, blah. Then they cause argument, cause fight. Many people think he's doing. Personally, I don't think he's doing because Doyin went to talk to Venita about it and was like, see, Venita, you know I'm not the one, but I just feel like you shouldn't have spoken about it to the whole house. But most people just think he's doing. But from the conversations I've seen with Doyin talking up to Venita about it, I don't think it's her. So there's already that people are already looking at Doyin with that kind of energy that she left tampon in the sink. So there's that negative energy. Yesterday also, she and Neo were having like an awkward energy, and she spoke to her friend Ilebaye like, did Neo tell you anything about why he's giving me bad energy? Ilebaye was like, I know, but I want you to talk to him about it. And I'm like, Ilebaye, you want her to talk to Neo about it? Your friend is asking you something that you know something about, and I think go and ask somebody else. This same girl that carries your matter on her head. You see, one thing I don't like is this. We have been doing something a certain way. You guys have been telling each other things that other people told you. There was no problem. Now you just want to start forming maturity. Now that I'm asking you something, now you want to form maturity. That was where the first problem came because I could tell from that conversation that Doyin was not having it. Now, fast forward to today again. Later in the day, I think she and Cross were having a back and forth, and Cross started laughing, and all the guys in the house were laughing. Ilebaye was there. Ilebaye was smiling. Ilebaye was smiling with all the other people that were mocking Doyin that used to carry a matter on her head. She was smiling and was distancing herself from Doyin. So this thing became obvious because when it comes to Ilebaye, anything is happening to her, Doyin carries it on her head, stands up for her. But if it is the other way around, Ilebaye is trying to form maturity, Ilebaye is trying to distance herself. So that really annoyed Doyin. Doyin now told that I feel like you don't treat the friendship the same way I treat the friendship. Then she went to take her shower. She forgot the friendship bracelet like that Ilebaye gave her in the bathroom. Ilebaye saw it. Ilebaye was angry. Was like, "Oh, you're not a good friend." Blah blah. They shared back and forth. So Doyin was not talking to CeeC about some of the things that had happened, and CeeC was like that she knows that Doyin has had a rough day today, and that she's surprised that Ilebaye wasn't there for her because she knows that if the roles were reversed, Doyin will carry the matter on her forehead. That's why that meme that says, "Don't be carrying people like bag of cement where they're carrying like pinch of salt." You see this my head, this my small head. I've used it to carry load of friendship, load of love, load of care. I will carry people like this, like load on my head. But they no go tell me now. If you don't learn the lesson, life will keep teaching you, and that's what Doyin is learning now. Back to it. And the truth is, I like Doyin. I mean, I like Ilebaye, and I hate people that are being bullied. And throughout this whole thing, I've supported her. But this night, though, she's wrong. But what's paining me is that she's still playing the victim card even when she's wrong. Like when you're being bullied, you're being bullied. But don't become a permanent bully and victim in life. To the point where even when you are wrong, you're still seeing yourself as a victim. Because tonight you weren't the victim, baby girl. You're the one who treated your friend badly. And you don't like the fact that she's complaining. I don't understand. So that being said, CeeC was having a conversation with Ilebaye. I was telling him, talk to her. She's your friend. Talk to her. Ilebaye was like, Doyin was like, no, I don't feel like talking to her because if I talk to her, we'll have it back and forth. Ilebaye is really crying. Any small thing is really crying. Like, you never do. So she was really crying, and I'm just like, this crying thing is getting old at this point. You've cried one, two, three, it's okay. At this point in time, it's looking like a strategy. At this point in time, it's looking like a strategy. She was crying. And when CeeC tried to convince Doyin to talk to her, and Doyin wasn't having it. So CeeC and Doyin, they all scattered with even Princess. Princess was there. So I think that when Ilebaye saw those three people talking, and of course she knew that they were talking about something that had to do with her and Doyin, she already felt like defensive, and she probably felt like those guys were making the matters worse. You get. Meanwhile, I think CeeC for one was even telling Doyin talk to her. CeeC was trying to get Doyin to talk to her so that maybe they would settle. But she didn't know that. So when CeeC was walking towards her and Kidwaya was with around Ilebaye, she was like, Kid, leave that girl. This Ilebaye, this Ilebaye girl. Maybe she wanted to say that this Ilebaye, your friend is upset, blah blah blah. Before CeeC would get two words in, that's why Ilebaye started attacking. And you know CeeC now. CeeC is not a back tire. If anything, just give CeeC kerosene. CeeC will bring the matches. CeeC will light it. CeeC will set the house on fire. That's CeeC. CeeC may not start it, but she will surely end it, and she will end it in grand style. And it might not be the best way, because CeeC no get problem with Ilebaye. CeeC pardoned Ilebaye on Monday. CeeC saved her with her pardon me please. So she doesn't have any problem with Ilebaye personally. She's only empathizing with Doyin and disappointed in Ilebaye for not being there for Doyin. So it's not that it's personal to CeeC. So for everything that escalated that way, started insulting CeeC. CeeC safe, of course, started insulting her, started insulting each other. She does say I'm 22. And I'm just like, see, Ilebaye, you are 22 does not mean much. See, I get that you feel like, oh, you're young, so you have a lot of mistakes left to go. But more, it is where you stand today that will determine where you sit down tomorrow. So you better stand well. So while they were having it back on for before you know now, so Ilebaye yank CeeC hair was saying, ha, ah. Ilebaye had lost all sense of, like, had lost all control at this point. I think she just felt like, it is finished. Just drag CeeC, hug CeeC. People now go on Twitter, strike is trending, disqualification is trending. People are already counting her strike as disqualification for her. Doyin, so Big Brother now calls her up like, okay, oh, Ilebaye, come to the diary room.
This is Big Brother.
Gang gang.
Ilebaye. Please report to the diary room.
I don't care.
She's really losing it.
Girl being your friend, blah 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 blah. I say, go fuck F you. Blah, blah. I started cursing at Doyin. Constantly grab Doyin again. I say, Ilebaye, you won't collect strike. Ha! You won't collect strike. As it is now, if they don't give you strike now, Juru, and I'm just being honest, at this point in time, you deserve a strike. Both insulting each other. Use your words. Don't go a step further and drag, because CeeC can drag you back. So she will not drag you back. She's not stupid.
Kidwaya, hold up.
One is part of the strike caucus. Those ones is the strike that I just skip for. They are just skip for people who will fight and get strikes. So that one is another thing entirely. So it's really sad to see that kind of friendship end. Sincerely have a conversation with Doyin. Maybe they can still work. But at this point in time, I doubt it, because based on Doyin's personality, Doyin finds it hard to forgive. And that's the thing with people that love wholeheartedly, people that are empathetic, and I can speak from experience. We can love you die, but the moment you don't finish, you don't finish. That's what people don't understand. It's not about downloading gist, it is the principle. And let me explain. If you have a friend that whenever you're in need, whenever you're broke, that person will give you money, borrow money, say, no, let me not even say borrow, give you money, or go out of their way to make sure you're good whenever you're broke. The one time that person is broke and the person asks you for 10 naira, and you're just like, no, the money I have right now, I want to use it for something. You might see that, so this person is vexing because I did not give him or her 10 naira. But the thing is, it is not about the 10 naira, it's about the principle, which is that I go all out for you and you don't. And that's what's happening here. It's not about the gist, it's about the fact that Doyin has fought battles for you, and you cannot even tell her something simple that she's asking you. You now suddenly want to be mature. It's the principle. And today, Ilebaye did not do well. I still have empathy for her. I hate to see her go through so many emotional roller coasters. I feel like she needs therapy. I feel like she needs healing, and I feel like she needs growth. My heart still goes out to her, and even though I am empathetic towards her plight, and my heart breaks to see her hurt, even with the tears on her face, I can still say you were wrong. Because you are crying doesn't mean you are not wrong. Let's stop this blind empathy where we cannot call people out. You might have good intentions and still be wrong, and we should still be able to tell you you are wrong. Look, I drink my tea, go sleep. That's it on today's episode on Campus World Baby Nigeria Review. I'm gonna sleep, and tomorrow we'll talk about what Big Brother's verdict will be, who will collect strike, who will not collect strike. Tell me what you think. Who do you think will get strike? Who do you think deserves to get a strike? Who do you think is right? Who do you think is wrong? That being said, I'll see you on the next episode of Campus World BB Nigeria Review. Thank you for watching.